I remember once when I was 14 years old, I was sitting in class. It was a break. Everyone was in the hallway chatting and having a fun time, while I was sitting on my chair behind my desk and I was just looking at the roof and I was thinking about all the different mergers of thoughts, all the different dreams that I've had. I was looking out of the window, appreciating the beautiful green nature, and then suddenly I get interrupted. One of my female classmates, whom I was really good friends with, suddenly came over to my desk. She slammed onto my desk and she started snapping her fingers on me like, be positive, come on, come on. And I just looked at her and I was like, bro. For most of my life, I was a mindless loser and my mental health wasn't really good. I didn't get along with the people around me. I wasn't good in the education system, even though I was one of the smarter ones. Now, granted, I never got a D on my report card, but I sometimes got a C, but that's besides the point. But safe to say, I didn't really enjoy my life. Every time I was sitting in school, my mind would always drift away, because I didn't get along with the people around me. I didn't enjoy being in school. In fact, I quite despised it in some way and form. In fact, I despised school so much that I was so mindless most of the time that I basically had a no emotion face all the time. Basically, the kind of face where you can't really tell anything. So most of my classmates thought that I was just depressed most of the time, which I was, granted, but that was the main reason why that female classmate came over to me and she snapped her fingers. She wanted to provoke some emotion in me, but the thing was, even if I tried to enjoy my surroundings, talk to the people around me, try to enjoy school, I wouldn't be able to get myself to actually like my surroundings. I just simply wasn't compatible with school and with the people around me. And so that led me to spend most of my time in my mind, basically creating the types of realities in which I wanted to live in. I was already thinking about all the different women I wanted to date. I was thinking about what kind of business would I want to do in the future, and that eventually led me to YouTube. I was thinking about going out on adventures with my dream friends, and I didn't have anything of which I just listed, and so I just compensated for everything in my free time. When I wasn't in school, I used to watch YouTube for 7 hours straight, every single day, and on the weekends it was even worse, because on the weekends I also combined this with playing video games, especially Minecraft, and yeah, sure, they gave me a short dopamine boost, like, when you eat a chocolate bar, the same kind of dopamine boost, but at the end, when I just turned off the computer, I was still the same loser. I was still the shy dumbass who didn't do anything with his life to improve his surroundings, with his shitty mental health, and with his mindlessness, who constantly had the blank expression on his face, so that meant that he probably never wanted to talk to anyone, when in fact, he actually really enjoyed it. And even if you try to talk to him, he would love to have a conversation with you, because he wasn't a bad guy. His parents have brought him up to be a good guy to the people around him. Now, to be fair though, when it came to materialistic and physical things, that's when my family had me covered. Thank God, we never had financial problems in my life. Like, I never truly experienced true hunger, wars, thirst, for example, because I always had those things at my disposal at any time that I want. However, when it came to the mental side of things, like healthy relationships, my focus, my mental health in general, that is what I was lacking. You could have given me all the comfort in the world, like even if I was a billionaire who never had to work a single day in his entire life, I would always be compensating for the lack of mental gratification which came from relationships with the people around me, my focusness, my positive thoughts in my head. I was never compatible with the people around me. And that's what led me to be bored most of the time. That's what led me to spend most of my time in those mental worlds that I had created for myself. Like, it got so bad that at some days I would literally spend more time in those worlds than literally seeing another human being. This was especially during the COVID days, Because during then, I had online classes from like 7 a.m. until to like 12 a.m. and my parents wouldn't come home until like 3 p.m. I think. And so during those 8 hours, I did nothing but think about those different realities. And yeah, I know I should have been focusing on school more, but I just couldn't bring myself to focus on it. It never gave me any satisfaction, any gratification. So why should I try to improve in it? All it ever gave me was just trauma. And the teacher were always just shouting at me all the time, so what was the point? However, then came the turning point in summer of 2023. And I started to watch self-improvement videos. I finally started to do something with my life. And I noticed something very interesting on that self-improvement journey, which I've been on for the past 10 months. And let me tell you, during these past 10 months, I have become less and less bored. In this video, we will go over how you can improve your life so that you can be less bored. The ultimate hack that you can use to solve your mindlessness and to actually enjoy your surroundings, even if you're not compatible with the people around you, for example. And also how you can improve your mental health so that you finally get onto a healthy path of self-improvement, like improving your mental health, your focus, gaining more value, you name it. Now, I'm gonna say this right away, and it's not gonna be easy. You're a bitch. If you honestly have so much boredom in your free time that you literally spend on instant gratification activities like watching YouTube for 10 hours straight, you honestly deserve it. You deserve to be called a stupid little monkey who can't control himself. If you fap 5 times per day because you have no social skills, for example, then you deserve to be treated like that because you've never done anything to fix it. And that's the main reason why there's nothing going on in your life. Why do you think someone would want to be friends with you if all you do is just play Minecraft for 5 hours every single day? And now, of course, some degenerate low-value people would want to be your friends that way. But if you honestly want to be friends with those high-value people of the 1%, then you have to stop acting like the weak, like the pathetic 99% of people in the world. The same people that go out drinking at night. You know, they go to these degenerate places, they fuck hoes, they smoke weed, they fap like 5 times per day, they play video games for 10 hours every single day because they have no purpose in life, they have no goals, they have no mission, they have no fulfillment, and worst of all, even if they don't go outside, they still watch TikTok for 2 hours every single day, or other form of short-term content, like short dopamine YouTube videos. You know, those kinds of videos which are like 5 minutes long, they are hyper-edited just to fry your dopamine receptors. You get what I'm saying. And these are the kinds of people who, when you get onto self-improvement, on the real path to success, to a more fulfilling life, they just tell us, oh, it's okay, just enjoy your teens and 20s. It's okay to spend just 1 hour every single day playing video games. I'm just relaxing. And yet at the same time, if he put like a camera inside of his room and we watched him during that, quote, 1 hour of playing video games just unwinding at the end of the day, do you really think he would be relaxed? No. He would literally be screaming at the top of his lungs because the counter-terrorists just defused his bomb. And now they lost the competitive match in CSGO. This right here is your competition in the race of men. These are the kinds of craps that pull you down when you try to improve yourself. And these are the people that we hate on self-improvement. Like, of course, we don't say to their face like, oh, you're a wall comer, you're a crackhead, for example. We don't say those things out loud. No, we are better than them. Like they say to us that we are not normal because we do the good habits, because we chase our purpose to not be bored anymore. We actually go after the delayed gratification so that our lives become better. And yet they call us not normal? Do you think that 15 years from now, they will have financial, location, and time freedom? Do you think they will have their dream wives? The peak health, the 10 out of 10 godly physique, a powerful, unbreakable discipline, and mental health? Of course not. And this right here is where you are heading. Like, sure, you may not be taking drugs, drinking alcohol, but you're still playing video games for 3 hours every single day. You're still watching garbage content on YouTube for 5 hours every single day. So the effects of these instant gratification activities may not be as extreme as for those crackheads, for example, but it still has a significant impact on your mental health. But if you're still watching this video, 11 minutes in almost, then I know that you're a top 1% man, because you can actually sit down and do the work. And so I 100% believe in you, that you can quit these instant gratification activities because you are above them. You seek real fulfillment, the delayed gratification. And so with that, I praise you. Good fucking job. For not accepting the normal route. For not being satisfied with the status quo of just enjoying your life, like those pathetic 99% of people do. And so how do you actually quit your boredom and use it for success? Well, the fact that you're bored means that you have way too much free time on your hands. And don't worry, I'm not gonna yell at you again. We've already done that. But this time, instead of spending it on instant gratification activities, I want you to spend it on your purpose in life. You see, your purpose is your authentic activity. It is something that feels just natural to you when you do it, like you're better than 99% of people. It puts you into this state of flow, this zone, as athletes call it. Like, for example, 2 hours feel like 5 minutes. That's how productive you can be with your purpose. Like, my purpose is learning something and then teaching it to people that I like. And you can see this perfectly on this YouTube channel. I'm still here, 12 minutes in, talking like it's nothing. And I have no thoughts in my head. That's how powerful this purpose can be. And when you align your life completely to your purpose, that's where the real fulfillment comes in. And the instant gratifications leave forever. One really great book on purpose, which I definitely recommend that you should read, is called Mastery by Robert Greene. But if you want to find your purpose during a weekend, for example, that's how quickly you can find it. All you have to do is just grab a pen and a piece of paper and go somewhere where you don't get influenced by anything, by the media, by the education system, and by the people around you in general. You want to go somewhere and just think deeply about yourself. You want to analyze your childhood and think about what used to be so fun to you when you were little and that you've stopped doing. Something that everyone always said to you, you were naturally better at than 99% of people. Like, my mom always used to tell me that I was destined to become a teacher. And you can just look at this channel. And another great question that you need to answer is, if I had financial, location, and time freedom, like you never had to work a single day for the rest of your life, what would you be doing? How would your day look like? What good habits would you be doing? How will your daily routine look like? And you need to journal about these questions intensely. Like, I recommend you to just grab a whole notebook now that I think about it, because you'll be writing a fuck ton of notes. Because you'll analyze these questions hard. Like, you will definitely think about it for hours on end in this place where you get no input in information and no influence from the outside world. And after a while, you will get a realization, like this mental thought. And that right there will be your purpose. For me, it was teaching my younger self how can he improve himself while he's still younger, and basically teaching him my past mistakes so that he can prevent them in the future. This purposeful activity will bring you infinite fulfillment as a man, and it will be something that you'll be constantly doing, even subconsciously, during your everyday life, so you'll be naturally drawn to it. Every single time you feel a slight sense of boredom, you will just naturally gravitate to it. And of course, having a purpose in life is great, But you also need to improve your mental health so that the bad habits, like playing video games, watching social media, fapping 5 times per day, lose their grip on you. And to that, you need to start doing these good habits that I will tell you about: meditation, gratitude journaling, regular journaling, adventuring, exercising, kindness, and improving your social skills. Meditation is simple. You just sit down, close your eyes, and focus on something, like your breath, for example, for an extended period of time. Like, for example, I meditate on my breath for 8 minutes every single day. Then there's gratitude journaling. You just write down every single day when you wake up something that you're grateful for and the reason why it makes your life better. Then there's journaling. Journaling is all about taking your thoughts and putting them away, or something that you've learned and that you want to remember for a longer period of time. Then you just write it down with a story of how you learned it. It improves your creativity and makes you more mindful because you will have less thoughts in your head. Then there's adventuring. This basically means taking on new challenges and exploring new topics. Like, for example, going to new clubs, going into nature, learning a new skill. Like, for example, you're doing this with your purpose. You're basically exploring this new area of life, which you stumbled upon again after a long period of time. So you're actually doing adventuring right now as we speak, because adventuring also involves exploring new topics and learning about them. Then there's exercising. I don't have to explain that. Basically, just get a better physical health and your mental health will improve instantly. Then there's kindness. Basically, this means providing the people around you with value. Basically, learning something and then teaching it to other people. And no, this doesn't have to be a part of your purpose layer. It just so happened to me that I was destined to become a teacher. But just tell life stories, your experiences, your knowledge to other people. Help them out in some kind of way and form, and the universe will pay it back, okay? And you still wonder why the people around you are so toxic to you. You give them no value. And lastly, there's improving your social skills. This basically just means cold approaching new people and deepening the conversations and the relationships with the people that you already know. This right here is the most overlooked good habit of self-improvement. So you need to discipline yourself to actually start cold approaching new people, to actually improve your social skills. I know that for the first 200 times that you'll be rejected, it will be painful. Your jokes won't succeed with the people that you want to make smile and make them laugh. But that's okay, because you're still gaining social experience, and that will give you a higher level in your social intelligence. And eventually, you will become the guy that can make anyone laugh. Just you wait and see. And by the way, if you want to connect with like-minded men like you, the men that want to become the best version of themselves, just like you, then you can join our clan Discord server. You can become a part of the family. And if you're still watching this video 18 minutes in, then I believe that you'll become a powerful asset in our community. You can skyrocket your social intelligence and plus advance in self-improvement like there's no tomorrow. So come on, join it and leave the pathetic 99% of people in the dust, just like where they belong. And so what do these good habits do for you? They improve your discipline so that you do the hard work even if you don't feel like it. Your willpower so that you finally resist the instant gratification activities and actually get the gratification from these activities, and then you will feel more determined and more motivated to spend more time on your purpose. And lastly, they will improve your mental health, and that is the key if you want success, if you want to be more productive in your life. I hope you found some value in this video, and if so, then please comment on which part of the video you liked the most. And you can already get some journaling experience if you just comment on the one thing that you learned from this video. Even if it's just one new word, for example, then I will be satisfied, because that means that this video had succeeded in its purpose. And please join our clan Discord server and become a part of the family. With that being said, thank you so much for watching this video, and remember, no one is better at being you.